In the AI era, knowing concepts is power and applying them is success. Artificial intelligence is not about making machines think like humans, it is about helping humans think faster and better. Before we learn the tools of artificial intelligence, we must first understand the intelligence behind it. Respected patron and mentor Dr. Abha Khandelwal ma'am, respected president of AACST Dr. S.B. Kishore, respected principal ma'am Dr. Amina Wali, distinguished resource persons, organizing committee members, and dear participants. A very good evening to everyone. On behalf of Association of All Computer Science Teachers, AACST, and Sadabai Raisini Women's College, Nagpur, I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to you all to this national webinar of Artificial Intelligence, Concept Centric and Industry Oriented. Artificial intelligence today is not just an emerging technology. It is a transformational force shaping education, industry, healthcare, governance, and almost every sector of society. However, true understanding of AI begins not with tools, but with strong conceptual foundations. This workshop has been carefully designed to bridge that exact gap from concept to application, from classroom learning to industry relevance. Over the next 5 days, participants will explore what intelligence really means, how machines learn and reason, core functional areas such as NLP, computer vision, and pattern recognition, the working of generative AI and large language models, and finally, career pathways and industry expectations. Each session by making AI approachable even for beginners while still being meaningful for advanced learners also. We are truly honored to have eminent speakers from academia and industry who will guide you through this learning journey. It is a distinct honor and privilege to invite our patron and mentor, Dr. Abha Khandelwal ma'am, founder of AACST, a renowned academician and a guiding force for educators across the nation. Dr. Khandelwal's dedicated efforts towards strengthening computer science education and empowering both teachers and students have played a pivotal role in shaping impactful academic initiatives such as this national workshop. We feel truly privileged to have her esteemed presence with us today. May I now request respected Dr. Abha Khandelwal ma'am to kindly address the gathering and formally inaugurate the workshop. Abha ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Anandita, the convener. A very warm welcome to all of you. So I'll say namaste and very respectfully our resource person Chandrasekhar Deshpande sir, our chairperson Dr. Akanksha Budholia, our treasurer of AACST Dr. Kishore Dhole sir, Dr. Harsha Pethe, our organizing member, and resource person of another session, Shailaja Bhaskamurthy, and all, and nonetheless, the principal Amina Wali and the president, Dr. S.B. Kishore sir. And our little angel, the student, master of ceremony, Mitali Dani. It gives me immense pleasure and pride to welcome you all to this intellectually vibrant workshop. Today we have gathered here not merely to conduct a program, we are here to ignite the ideas and to strengthen the academic and the industrial need. At the outset, I extend my heartfelt welcome to our esteemed resource person, Deshpande sir, whose presence adds depth and practical insight to this workshop. Your willingness to share your expertise and experiences is truly valued, and we look forward to an enriching learning journey under your guidance. My sincere greetings to our respected chairperson, Dr. Akanksha Budolia, for graciously presiding over the session. Her academic insight and thoughtful guidance will definitely bring direction and dignity to this gathering. I also extend my appreciation to our dedicated organizing committee members. Behind every successful event stands a team that works tirelessly with commitment and precision. Your efforts are deeply acknowledged. And my heartfelt thanks to our convener Anandita, whose planning and coordination have shaped this workshop into a reality. And a special welcome to our enthusiastic participants. You are the true energy to this workshop. I encourage you to engage actively, ask questions boldly, and make the most of this opportunity to learn, reflect, and grow. Do not forget the purpose why you have joined this workshop. Do attend regularly, and we will try our level best to start the session on time from tomorrow. Due to certain technical problems, it started a bit late. This will not happen again, that I can assure you. And I should welcome our Master of Ceremony. Thank you for weaving this event together with grace and professionalism. And let us begin this workshop with curiosity in our mind, openness in our thoughts, collaboration in our spirit. May today's deliberation lead to deeper understanding and the meaningful progress. Once again, a very warm welcome to each and everyone. Thank you. Over to you, Convener Anandita Madam.
Thank you, Abha ma'am, for your inspiring welcome address and for sharing such a powerful and thoughtful, provoking message that has truly motivated and energized our participants for this learning journey. I request all panelists, please switch on your camera so that we can take photos.
Also the participants, please.
Ma'am, they do not have that.
Okay. Then at least.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, all of you.
Good evening, sir.
Evening.
Mahesh sir, kindly start your camera. Harshla ma'am. Mitali, beta kindly start your camera. Yes, done.
Is it okay, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Done, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
May I now invite our student Mitali Dani to come.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Dr. Akanksha Budholia, a life member of AACST, is a dedicated academician and researcher in the field of computer science, currently serving as an assistant professor at Sadabai Raisoni Women's College, Nagpur. She holds a PhD in computer science and brings with her substantial teaching across reputed institutions. Throughout her academic career, she has demonstrated a strong commitment to quality education, research, and student mentorship. Her primary research interests lie in deep learning and vehicular ad hoc networks where she has contributed significantly through scholarly publications in IEEE conferences and reputed Scopus indexed journals. Her work reflects a keen interest in applying advanced computational techniques to real world challenges in intelligent system and network communication. Dr. Budholia is known for her strong technical proficiency, analytical approach, and passion for innovation. She actively engages in research activities, academic collaboration, and knowledge sharing initiatives that promote continuous learning and technological advancement. With a blend of academic rigor and practical insight, she remains committed to nurturing young minds, fostering research culture, and contributing meaningfully to the advancement of higher education and emerging technologies. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome you all to today's webinar on artificial intelligence from academic foundation to industry deployment. Artificial intelligence has rapidly transformed from a theoretical concept discussed in research laboratories to a powerful technology shaping industry worldwide. From its early roots in academic research, inspired by pioneers like Alan Turing and its formal recognition at Dartmouth Conference, AI has come a long way. Today, AI is not just a subject of study, but a practical tool driving innovation in healthcare, finance, education, cybersecurity, and many other sectors. Organizations across the global are leveraging AI to improve efficiency, automate process, and create intelligent solutions. In this session, we will explore how AI evolved from strong academic foundation into real world industry deployment. We will also understand the journey from research models to scalable production systems and the challenges involved in this transformation. Thank you. Over to our chairperson, Dr. Budholia ma'am.
Please unmute. Dr. Akanksha, please unmute yourself.
Ma'am. Akanksha,
Ask
ma'am. Please
yeah,
unmute
please
yourself.
unmute.
Okay. Good evening, all respected dignitaries. Our founder, Dr. Abha ma'am, President S.B. Kishore sir, then our convener, Miss Anandita Kundu ma'am, Honorable Principal of Sadavai Raisani Women's College, and our esteemed distinguished speaker, Chandrasekhar sir, Chandrasekhar Deshpande sir, industry experts, faculty members, and dear students. It gives an immense pleasure to welcome you to session Artificial Intelligence from Academic Foundation to Industry Development. Artificial intelligence today stands at transformative crosswords, theoretical explanation in computer science laboratories and academic institution has now evolved into powerful force reshaping industries across the globe. From foundational algorithm developed in universities to large-scale deployments in healthcare, finance, education, and smart governance. As we navigate discussion, let's reflect on AI. AI has truly bridged the gap between research and real world impact. I'm confident that today's deliberations will provide valuable insights, spark meaningful discussions, and inspire future collaboration. Now, I profusely elated to introduce Mr. Chandrasekhar Deshpande sir. He's practice head data and AI at Synergetics India Private Limited Mumbai. Is a distinguished technology leader, enterprise architect and corporate mentor driving innovation at intersection of data engineering and artificial intelligence. With over 20 years of experience, training, excellence, and extensive experience in architecting and delivering real world enterprise solution, he has consistently empowered organizations to transform data into measurable business values. Synergic India, a recognized Microsoft solution partner, delivers consultancy and corporate learning solutions in NIC technology domains. And under his leadership, the data and AI practice continues to scale new heights. Holding dual master's degree in mathematics and computer science, Mr. Deshpande blends mathematical precision with technological depth. He is Microsoft certified trainer, Azure AI engineer associate, and Microsoft solution expert with expertise spanning advanced analytics, machine learning, big data, Apache Spark ecosystem, Azure Databricks, generative AI, enterprise solution architecture. He worked with leading organizations in India and globally, including Microsoft, LTI Mindtree, and other multinational enterprise delivering high impact consultancies, solution design, corporate capability building programs. He is also a life member of the Association of All Computer Science Teachers, reflecting his commitment to academic excellence and professional community development. Known for his clarity, structured thinking, implementation focused approach, Mr. Deshpande specializes in translating complex AI and data architecture into scalable, industry ready solutions. His sessions are not just informative, they are transformational, equipping professionals with both conceptual depth and practical execution strategies. Driven by conviction that innovation must be both intelligence and implementable, he continues to mentor future ready professionals and help enterprises build sustainable AI powered ecosystem. And now I warmly welcome our esteemed speaker to begin his enlightening session. Over to you, sir. Deshpande, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thanks, Akanksha madam. Thanks, Anindita madam, and thanks, Abhaji, Dr. Abhaji. Thanks for giving me this opportunity and interacting with all of your Gen Z participants. So to begin with this session, let me share my screen first. Would like to know from you whether I'm reaching to you, whether my screen is reaching to you. So hereby I have shared my screen. Would like to know, has it reached to you? You can
Yes,
please.
sir. It's visible.
Yeah. Thanks. So this is a session where I will simply put the context of all the topics that we will be discussing in coming days. So some of the basic things, fundamental things, I will be explaining to you. Okay, and thereby all other distinguished orators will take all those topics ahead in their discussion. So these are the topics I am planning to cover. giving you an idea about what exactly artificial intelligence is, what are all its components with respect to, uh, yes, what are its components, what are different types of AI with respect to functionalities and capabilities, what is AI life cycle, a couple of important technologies, what we will, technologies and terminologies, what we will be encountering when we go on the floor of the development, on the floor of production. So many things are coming up in this discussion. I will also try to address some of the questions you may be having in your mind. Recently, we had AI summit here in Mumbai and Delhi, where in the news there was a lot of buzz about that AI summit. Many periods in this technology came here, attended the session, put forth their opinion, their thought processes. Okay, and thereby, here we can see that how government of India is pushing and why government of India is pushing uh, artificial intelligence here in India. That is very interesting to know. And what uh, challenges are ahead of us, that also partially I will be discussing in this session. So first of all, everybody, by this time, everybody knows what exactly artificial intelligence is. It's been the hottest buzzword in business and industry since long. And with the government of India pushing it heavily, okay, now it has become a kind of a buzzword in academics also. One for sure that some of them may put that this is a boon for humanity. Some of them, I am talking about the spearheads of this technology. They make or they opinion that this is being sorry boon for humanity. Some of them say it's the bane for humanity. Some of them say it's a hype. Artificial intelligence is simply an hype. One thing, let me make it clear that artificial intelligence is going to change perspective and working of everybody in this world. It is going to change working of everybody. Means even not only technology persons, but even non-technology persons also will experience topsy-turvy change in their working. That is going to happen for sure. There are a couple of thoughts about it, saying it is going to hamper employment also. I do not think it is going to hamper employment seriously in India, because after all, India has already been kind of a strong platform, development platform for computer science, for software development, and for all upcoming new technologies. So thereby, I don't see any serious effect on employment here in India. There may be some effect, but not effect that much serious effect that other parts of the world may be experiencing, will be experiencing. First of all, let us understand about what exactly intelligence is. Here, since 1950, lots of discussion going on about artificial intelligence and comparing artificial intelligence with a human intelligence. So on this slide, you can have a quick look at with respect to different aspects. For example, the learning aspect, a brief comparison has been made. Like, artificial intelligence is basically a automated intelligence which learns the things very fast. Okay, so what it needs to learn the things that we are supposed to submit lots of data to it. When we submit lots of data to it, from that data, then it learns lots of things. Okay, and thereby, it meets the goal set for it. On the other hand, humans are rather slow in learning the things. We not only learn the things from the books, but we also learn the things from our experiences. Many of us learn the things better through the experiences than learning the things through the book. As far as creativity is concerned, artificial intelligence has come to the stage that um, uh, now it is able to uh, show its creativity also. Artificial intelligence specifically. We human are always creative. Okay, so we do have high creativity. We can think outside the box and create novel ideas. Okay, and in case if AI is faster and AI is also able to introduce creativity, in that case, it will be doing the creativity very fast, very much faster than we human beings. Emotions. Yes, till yesterday we were thinking of, only humans do have emotions. Only animals do have emotions, but that's not the case. Here we are on the verge of experiencing emotions even from artificial intelligence. So these are not far ahead, where artificial intelligence will also show its responses based on emotions. Memory. Yes, everybody knows that computer has a very large memory. Okay, and artificial intelligence also so. We do have limited memories. We need to keep our memory refreshed, regularly refreshed. Okay, but on the other hand, the memory of computer science is steady and it can stay for long. Processing speed, everybody knows computer works very fast. It works really fast. And now they have identified new architectures, what we call it as a neural network architecture for hardware, which processes many complex things further fast. So artificial intelligence as of now is going ahead of humans on many fronts. Yes, on one front, we are expecting this artificial intelligence to not go ahead of us, and that is bias. It should be unbiased. So there are, what we call them as a responsibility AI principles, which make them unbiased. Okay, and that is going to be a good thing for humanity also. That system, in case it is unbiased, okay, as it doesn't have bias, its responses will be acceptable all over the world as it is unbiased. So there are many fronts on which uh, artificial intelligence is going ahead of human beings, and that's why there is a hype of artificial intelligence today. I will not say it is a hype; it is going to be a reality. Okay, sometimes it may take 6 months to get into reality. Sometimes it may take an year or so to bring it in reality, but sooner or later, it will be brought into the reality. As far as different types of analytics are concerned, here we can divide all types of analytics because analytics is the base of artificial intelligence. It is a base. Complete artificial intelligence service has been built at the above analytics. There are four types of analytics as on today industry is working upon. One is a descriptive analytics, which answers your question like what's happening in my business. So in business, descriptive analysis is being used extensively. It answers the questions like whether in the organization targets for an year like 25, 26, March is up here within a month or two. Within a month, industry is will go into the analytics of whether an industry is achieving the goals or not. So, in whether set goals, industry is falling short of set goals or it is going ahead of set goals. every year at the beginning of the year, goals are set, and complete industry working is driven to achieve those goals. Okay, so whether we are falling short of the goals, whether we are exceeding the goals, that is what every industry has to analyze by end of the year. And such type of questions will be answered through descriptive analytics. So I gave you an example of goals are being met or not. Those may be financial goals, those may be production goals, whatever they are. But descriptive analysis can answer these questions. Anyway, for every kind of analytics, data going to be a driving factor. The data going to be blood. Blood makes a whole analytical system to uh, get answers to your questions, answers to your analytical questions. Second is the diagnostic. In case if industry realizes that we are falling short of the goal, we are falling short of the target that those have been decided, we are falling short of the timeline that was set, then the next question comes is why it is happening, why we are falling short. So that is called as a diagnostic analysis. So here, in case if we are falling short of the targets, then very pertinent question is why we are falling short of the targets. This is very essential because in upcoming year we get an opportunity to correct those shortfalls, okay, and thereby in upcoming year we will make a system better to achieve the goals. So that is diagnostic analysis, which answers the question like why it is happening. In case if industry realizes, any corporation realizes they are falling short of the targets, then they need to go to the root cause to identify the reason. A reason can be insufficient advertisement, the reason can be inappropriate supply chain, a reason can be, there may be a number of reasons. The root cause must be reached to identify why it is happening, and thereby then measures can be taken for future. Third is the predictive. What likely to happen in future? So in case if today we have this much sale, what will be sale after 6 months? What will be sale after an year or so? So that is a predictive analysis. Many of you might have heard about machine learning. So machine learning is known for predictive analytics. Now here is an era of prescriptive analytics. Prescriptive analytics. Till yesterday it was not there. But artificial intelligence has made it possible. Prescriptive analytics. What do I need to do? Means your system has to suggest you, you are falling short of the targets, then is it because insufficient advertisement? It is because inappropriate supply chain? Is it because any other reason? And what kind of measures management is supposed to take to overcome these lacunas? So that is prescriptive analytics. Artificial intelligence is made for that, and we can rely on artificial intelligence. May not be today, but by tomorrow, to get this sense of, to get the prescription of, what changes we need to do in the system to overcome the lacunas. So here you can see this diagram. Okay, descriptive analytics is the basis of all types of analytics. Diagnostic analytics, okay, which is based on descriptive analytics. Okay, predictive analysis is based on diagnostic analysis. Okay, and finally prescriptive analysis is based on machine learning or predictive analytics. What is artificial intelligence? Again, I repeat, there is this artificial intelligence is one of the most hype word as on today. One of the the world is talking most about it. It's a branch of the computer science that enables machine to simulate human intelligence such as learning, reasoning, problem solving, and perception. As on today, artificial intelligence is all around us, all around us. Like in a Google Map is example of artificial intelligence. When you use your mobile and try to click a photograph, your mobile identifies the faces and draws a rectangle around the faces. That is also an example of artificial intelligence. When you are holding a meeting, okay, it collects the minutes of your meeting automatically. That is an example of artificial intelligence. You did not have to create minutes of meeting, MOM. You don't have to create minutes of meeting. The tool that you are using for minutes of meeting, that tool itself creates minutes of meeting automatically. Translation. Whenever somebody is speaking immediately, that thing gets translated into specific language. When our Prime Minister stands on the dais of the United Nations and speaks in Hindi, okay, all other dignitaries do not hear it in Hindi. They hear speech of our Prime Minister in their respective languages. Somebody from Spain will hear it in Spanish. Somebody from Japan will hear it in Japanese. So that translation happens real time. That translation happens immediately, then and there. Okay, so that again is an example. There are no human translators there. That is also an example of artificial intelligence. Whenever you buy any product on Amazon, okay, there it recommends you newer and newer product. That is through a recommendation engine. Recommendation engine again is an example of artificial intelligence. When you visit Netflix or other uh, entertainment platforms, they also keep recommending you new and newer arrival. So it's not a random recommendation. There is some logic behind that recommendation. Okay, it continuously keep monitoring your likings, and accordingly then it keep recommending you new and new arrivals of movies or web series. So we have artificial intelligence all around us. Okay, industry has started using it extensively for making their decision increasing the precision of their decisions, for having an edge over their competitors. So industry is very rigorously using has started using artificial intelligence over there. Now the question is, okay, in AI Summit there was lots of discussion on how this artificial intelligence can be benefited to common man. Okay, and you know here in India, we have started using artificial intelligence for agriculture and thereby, and for many other things. Okay, thereby, artificial intelligence will soon be reaching to every common man here all over the world. For artificial intelligence, there are two branches: applied AI, based on principles of simulating human thoughts to carry out one specific task. So translation can be applied AI, assisting an arrangement which takes the notes or minutes of meeting. That also is a applied AI. Generalized AI to develop machine intelligence that can turn their hands to any task, much like a person. So we may be having a robot in our home, which will be helping us to do, which will reduce our work, so that we can focus on the things we are supposed to, and many petty things your robot will take care of. So basically, applied AI is where uh, uh, industry takes advantage of AI, and generalized AI is where AI reaches to general people. Artificial intelligence is a umbrella term. It is umbrella term. So under this artificial intelligence, machine learning is part. Okay, deep learning is a part of machine learning, and machine learning thereby is a part of the artificial intelligence. The generative AI is a part of the deep learning. Deep learning is a part of machine learning, and machine learning anyway is a artificial intelligence. So wherever you see your system is showing some human behavior, there you can see that system is artificial intelligent enabled. Artificial intelligence imitate human behavior. Machine learning. Now, machine learning or predictive analysis is extrapolating your guess based on the data, extrapolating your guess for future, but this extrapolation is always based on the data. So machine learning can be used to predict weather conditions. It can be used to predict cells in an organization. It can be used to predict manufacturing in the manufacturing unit. It can be used to predict the level of the inventory in the inventory system. Okay, so machine learning prediction in healthcare also it is being used extensively in doing the predictions, different types of medical related predictions. Deep learning model uses layer of algorithm that is from the artificial neural network to return results or more complex. Now, deep learning is a more complex system. Okay, it uses machine learning. I mean to say, if I use a specific word, it uses machine learning algorithms. Okay, so it uses machine learning algorithms in the deep learning. Okay, but it uses entirely different type of architecture. Architecture means the hardware on which these algorithms are executed, these programs are executed. So the spatial kind of architecture, which can run the code extremely fast, that is called as a neural network, and deep learning runs on the neural network, and thereby deep learning basically is used for solving very complex problems, including prediction. Okay, but those complex problems which are beyond machine learning's capability. Now is the era of generative AI. In generative AI, you will see your whole system responses are based on the way, responses of human being comes out. Okay, so your generative AI system also can interact with you in the natural language. The way you speak to anybody in English, that is the way you can speak to generative AI, and that is the way generative AI also creates a responses for you. This topic will be covered in further detail in one of the future sessions, so I will not be talking much on this. Okay, types of AI based on functionalities and based on capabilities. So first is types of AI based on functionalities. Reactive AI. Till yesterday, you were writing a program to calculate something. It can be a simple interest or it can be compound interest. Okay, you used to write a program to do some mathematical calculation, to apply some logic and give you the result. That is called as a reactive AI. A programmed, it is a program with a predictable output based on the input you receive. For compound interest, there are three inputs to be given. I am giving you a very simple example as you can relate yourself to whatever things I want to say. You have to give principal amount, you have to give duration, and you have to give rate of interest. There it will calculate a compound interest. Yes, it will rate of interest, and it will calculate a compound interest. Every time if you give same set of figures, same principal amount, same rate of interest, and same duration, it will be giving you exactly same compound interest. It will be calculating exactly same compound interest for you because the code has been written that way. So reactive AI is a programmed with a predictable output based on whatever input you are giving. It operates purely on the present data, but do not store any previous experience or learn from the past actions. This system is not able to, modify itself automatically with its past experience. It cannot modify it automatically. This is in conjunction with a artificial intelligence, where you will see artificial intelligence systems are able to, groom themselves automatically, and they keep, improvising themselves automatically. There is another type of AI, we call it the limited memory AI. Okay, it is characterized by ability to absorb learning data. Absorb learning data. Do you please remember that human being. Now you are a student in the college. How do you study and how do you groom yourself? So first of all, you buy the books from the market. You first of all study the curriculum and accordingly you buy the books. Then you study from the book. Then you attempt the examination, and you yourself, gauge, okay, how effective your study is. That's the way you study. Same is the case with this system. This system cannot go to market and buy the book, but this system depends on you to submit the data to it. You are supposed to submit the data to it. From that data, this system learns. Now this system thereafter, answers your question, and somewhere when it realizes that its answer is not correct, it tries to correct itself. It tries to improvise itself, and next time you will see its answers are correct. So there is no person sitting behind, okay, which is helping it to modify its improvisation, modify its working. It does it automatically. Okay, for that purpose, it needs some memory, and it uses that limited memory. Okay, accordingly, it keeps learning itself. Deep learning is one of the examples of it. For improvising system, it's a complex operation, and that's why it needs costly and heavy architecture, heavy hardware, and deep learning provides that hardware. Examples can be self-driving cars, chatbot. We are all using ChatGPT as on today, which is an example of chatbot. Theory of mind. Machines acquire decision-making capabilities equal to humans. Machines would have capability to understand and remember emotions also. So theory of mind is a way we think, a human being think. We think through emotions, we think through our knowledge. More knowledge we acquire, definitely it changes our thought process also. So that is the theory of the mind. And as on today, okay, we are in transition that artificial intelligence is now slowly acquiring this capability also. Functions the way it is programmed with a predictable output based on the input it receives. Okay, the robot is an example, which keeps monitoring you when you are speaking with that robot. It keeps monitoring you. Okay, try to sense your emotions, and accordingly it creates the responses. So Sophia was introduced in UAE in 2016. It keeps talking to you. If you are enthusiastic, you will see its responses are also enthusiastic. Recently, I have seen Grow. Grok is also one of the chatbot platform where you can put the question and you receive the answer. Depending on the language what you are using in your question, it creates the responses. Okay, if your language is a little bit sad, accordingly you will see its responses are also, trying to make you comfortable. So it changes its responses accordingly. The next type of AI is self-aware AI. Self-aware AI, takes care of its own emotions also. So it's not only take care of the emotions, your emotions whenever you are talking to it, but it also takes care of its own emotions also. The self-aware AI is yet to be fully introduced, but otherwise, that will be the next stage in artificial intelligence. Okay, and you will see soon, self-aware AI is also being introduced. So these are all types of AI based on functionalities. Okay, how AI is getting evolved and how it's changing its functionalities. Types of AI based on capabilities. Narrow AI excels at pattern data analysis and repetition within a fixed scope. So ChatGPT like platform. Okay, ChatGPT is an example of narrow AI. Okay, it is a below human. and it is meant for a specific task. ChatGPT has a task to interact with you, interact with a user. It cannot go beyond that and do some action. If you ask it to jump, it will not be able to jump. ChatGPT cannot jump. If you ask it to run, ChatGPT cannot take any action and it cannot run. But if you ask it, some question, whether it has to solicit the knowledge, accordingly, it will solicit the knowledge and will give you answers. If you ask it to write a mail for you, it will write a mail for you. If you ask it to write some, design some brochure for you, it can design some brochure for you. So it's artificial intelligence with a specific design to catch a specific kind of task. So document categorization, co-pilots. Now there are many co-pilot being introduced in the industry. So co-pilot is a kind of software, that helps you out. Whenever you are doing some work, like whenever you are creating the PowerPoint presentations, there you can ask it to create design a slide for you, and it will design a slide for you. So that is a co-pilot. So in Word document also co-pilot works, in PowerPoint co-pilot works. So there are many places where you will see soon co-pilot working for you, helping you out in doing things. Google Translation, facial recognition in camera, all these are the examples of narrow AI. General AI, general AI is a bit interesting, and here we are in the transition phase. Okay, we are actually in the phase of exploiting utmost in the area of general AI. It can transfer knowledge, solve unfamiliar problems. So just to give you an answer, general AI, if you ask to jump, it will jump. Of course, it has to have muscles to jump, and thereby, you can see a robot in front of you, which is a kind of a general AI, which can jump for you, which can run for you. In the industry, there is no meaning for jumping and running. Okay, in the industry, in case if you want your system to do some specific task for which, earlier, lots of people were involved. Okay, now you can ask general AI to do the things, and it will be able to do the things for you. Whenever you are joining in your organization for the first time, there are hundreds of steps that organization has to do to bring you on the board. Okay, all those hundreds of steps, general AI is capable of doing. Long back, there was a series, I remember, Star Wars. There was a supercomputer in that series, which was able to answer each and every question given to you. Any question you give to it, it was able to answer. That is a super intelligent AI. It exceeds humans. Okay, it covers universal scope. Any question, okay, about the universe you can put, and it will be in position to answer. We are slowly moving towards super intelligent AI, and soon we will reach there. In maybe 5-6 years, we will be reaching there. Super intelligent AI. These are all key components of AI system: learning, reasoning, decision making, and perception. So learning, anyway, whenever you learn the things, okay, thereby only you prepare for the examination, thereby only you increase your skill. It's not, your learning this should not be for getting examination successfully, but adapting to different and different skills. Okay, that is the learning, and that's what we are expecting here. Our AI system also to learn from. So your AI system learns from lots of data. Remember this chat GPT, when this chat GPT was introduced in 2023, 22-23, that chat GPT was trained on humongous data, and thereafter it got introduced. Okay, so for that purpose, the Open AI organization, which introduced the chat GPT, Okay, it was a Orientation pioneering to introduce the chat GPT, any kind of generative AI model. So they were in process of for an year they were in process of teaching the models. Okay, and models kept learning for an year or so. So on the humongous data, those models were trained upon, and thereafter then they started, catering your catering for your services, improving performance. Now this system keeps improving itself. Okay, more and more knowledge it keeps gaining. Okay, it learns from its responses also. When it realizes that there's a response, whatever its response is, it could have been better, then accordingly it improvise itself, and accordingly next time you will see its responses are different and are better. Reasoning, the capacity to apply logical rules. In programming also it applies logical rules, inferences and knowledge representation to derive new information. Now here till to the date we were using programming to do this thing, but now this generative AI itself can apply its logic, okay, and can create logical responses for you. It can make the decisions also, and as per the decisions it can take the actions also. So here you will see AI agents. Okay, there is a lots of development going on in industry on AI agents. So AI agents are in position to take their own decisions and accordingly, take actions. So whenever you join an organization, okay, an organization has to, bring you on the roll, make logistic arrangement for pick up and drop arrangement for you, make training arrangements for you, learn your profile, decide to which project you should be deployed. So there are hundreds of decisions organization has to take when you join an organization, and there till to the date management and administrative staff was doing all these things. Hereafter if AI does all these things, the things will happen extremely fast. Okay, and everything will be made ready very quickly without any mistakes. Okay, whenever you join any organization, immediately you will get a desk to seat. Immediately there will be logistic pick up and drop arrangement for you. Immediately you will be enrolled to the library where you can refer to the different books. So many things will be done quickly. Perception, ability of an AI system to interpret sensory inputs from the world, such as images, sounds, or text. This is the way we also work. We use our eyes to keep learning. We see around us, and accordingly we capture the things important and relevant to us. We hear through the ears, and accordingly, we communicate, and they're also a way for us to learn. Okay, this AI system is also expected to do the similar thing. One of the examples is a autonomous vehicle, which keeps sensing, okay, whoever is nearby, which keeps sensing any voice coming towards it, okay, and accordingly it keeps taking the decisions whether to turn left, whether to turn right, whether to go straight, when to apply brake, okay, all those things. So these are all components of AI system, and whole AI system has been evolved on these components. Now this life cycle is important. You will see this life cycle throughout the analytics. Okay, from the predictive analytics, then prescriptive analytics, there you will see life cycle. Problem definition first. Just a minute. Can I change? Yes. Problem definition. Identify the specific problem, goal, and success matrix for the AI project. Whenever any organization decides to incorporate AI, artificial intelligence, first of all, they have to decide which use cases or where. Use case means if an area where this AI to be implemented. So which use cases this artificial intelligence to be implemented, and how to measure the effective implementation? What scale to use to measure that if whether implementation is effective or not? We call it the success matrix. So the very first step is always problem definition. We have to define that we will implement artificial intelligence or human resource, okay, to automate to expedite the process of taking a new joinees on the board. Okay, so their organization may decide to implement it. So it has to identify the places where AI can be implemented. Once that place is identified, then data acquisition and preparation. Then organization has to gather as much data as it can, but simply gathering is not sufficient. The data must be quality. And for this purpose, every data that has been collected, okay, has to be verified. So what are all, employees, new joinees have been taken on board till to the date since 10 years. That is the data. And what kind of services were provided to them? That is the data. And that data is given to the system to let the system to learn from that data, how employee joining process happens. So gathering that data is not only sufficient. We have to clean data. We have to, label the data. All these, terminologies you will encounter in our next sessions. Okay, you have to transform the data. All these are very important steps in making data ready for the system. Model development and training. Thereafter, this data is fed to the model. Now, what do you mean by model? So, model basically is an algorithm written in specific programming language. It can be Python, or it can be Java, or it can be .NET. So, that algorithm we have to know. Those algorithms have been pre-written. We don't have to write that algorithm. We simply have to select the algorithm, okay, suitable for our work. So we will select the algorithm. We will submit that data to that algorithm. Now hereafter we will not call it as an algorithm, because now it is learned algorithm, to which we will call it as a model. So model basically is a language object, Python object or Java object, okay, which has been trained with the data. Thereafter, with how much training is successful or not, we will arrange an examination for that model. The way your university arranges examination for you, we call it the model evaluation and refinement. Thereby, we come to know in which area model is weak, in which area model is strong, and thereafter, the area, if we recognize where the model is weak, we need to retrain with more data. And once we realize that model is now very well trained and ready for the production, we will deploy that model. We will deploy that model means we will make that model workable by running that model on specific hardware. There we run on the hardware, we run the program. That way, we will run the model on that hardware, and thereby that hardware now can answer, that model can answer your questions. It can do prediction for you, or it can work like ChatGPT. MLOps, this whole process is not made workable once only. It is continuous process. After some time, we may acquire new data. We may use that data for training, retraining the model. We may re-evaluate the model. Okay, we may redeploy the modified, improvised model. So this process keeps continued. Okay, and for that we have to use ML ops. So ML ops can be automate this process. Okay, automate this complete life cycle. So you will see this AI life cycle similar to ML life cycle. In case if some of you are aware of ML life cycle. Okay. So now see, whenever anything gets introduced to you, new thing gets introduced to you, that thing does not come with, all good things. It also comes with some bad things. And that has been a very important point for generative AI, that yes, it's a boon for humanity, but it brings some bane also. And those banes are to be discussed, and those banes must be avoided. Okay, to make this technology successful, we have to use this artificial intelligence responsibly. In case if this AI is able to take our place, okay, this AI definitely will be uh, working very responsibly for humanity. And excuse me, uh, the responses of AI may be hallucinating. It may be giving weird responses because this whole system, AI system, is still in evolution. Until and unless it is completely stable, until and unless it is completely matured, we cannot completely rely on this system. But believe me, this system has achieved much more maturity today than 2 years back. Okay, it has achieved much more maturity as of today. So it is still evolving system. As on today, there may be some hallucination kind of responses it may be generating. Hopefully, it will not do same thing tomorrow. There may be, responses incorrect and nonsensible, untrustworthy and dangerous. Okay, some of its responses we cannot rely completely, specifically in the area of the medical advices. Models are a bit immatured. So these may be some of the things that today, but you have to keep patience. Remember, when you join any organization, initially you commit some mistakes, but organization knows that you are a newcomer, okay, and you are bound to commit some mistakes. So organization does not handle your mistakes high-handedly. Okay, they have to keep a patience. Same is the case here also. Okay, you also have to, keep a patience. Okay, and forgive it initially when it is committing some mistakes. Okay, you have to hold yourself responsible in case if it is behaving immaturely. Yourself in the sense, we only are developing this system. Okay, as time passes, this system will get matured. Its answers may be biased as on today. It may be generating harmful images or harmful contents. Okay, so that is what initially we are expecting, but slowly, these things will be corrected in the system. What care we are supposed to take is the people must not lose a trust over it. Okay, we have to keep patience, and soon we will. This system is going to win our trust. Believe it. Okay, this system will certainly win our trust. So there are many such we have to use the regulatories essential to introduce principles of responsible AI. This topic certainly will be covered in further detail in our later session. Okay, so I am simply introducing you to this topic. Couple of important terminologies. Whenever you will go to the market, whenever you will go to the industry, these terminologies definitely will help you a lot. Okay, large language models. There is a lots of talking about large language models. Recently, in India, also one Bangalore-based organization introduced one large language model. We call it as a Sarvam. Sarvam large language model has been introduced in India. There are lots of large language models introduced all over the world by different and different companies. Okay, ChatGPT is one of the large language models. Now it's a ChatGPT 5. Okay, but not many such large language models are as on today in the world. Okay, they are able to answer your general knowledge questions. Okay, they are able to write a drafts for you. They are able to write emails for you. So whatever as on today brain behind your chatbots and chat GPT, those are all large language models. They are versatile, large scale models capable of general purpose task. Okay, they are capable of general purpose task. these large language models are to be executed on very heavy, very costly hardware. One of the companies in this world which has GDP more than India, double is almost double to India, is NVIDIA. What this NVIDIA is doing is, this NVIDIA is one of the prominent companies offering this hardware. And as on today, as everybody is interested in harnessing the power of AI, there is a huge demand for this hardware, and because of this NVIDIA, its business is growing leaps and bounds. So hardware is very important in artificial intelligence. Another kind of model is SLM, small language model. Small language model basically is a small kind of, it's a small version of LLM made for specific organization. My organization may have one language model, okay, which I do not want to hold a knowledge of whole world, but it should hold a knowledge of my company only, my organization only. Then I will have smaller model, which is less costly, which will run on smaller hardware, and which is capable of giving answers to creating responses with respect to the questions regarding my company only. Okay, those are called as the small language models, and in industry, many organizations are now adopting SLMs. Now I am expecting these generative AI to do some work for me, not only create a responses in the form of the text, okay, but do some work for me, like sending the emails, like preparing the draft, like giving touches to the draft. Whenever I wanted to create a slide presentation, with nice kind of touches it should give to my slide, and it should automatically create a presentation for me. Okay, these are all actions what I am expecting it to take. And there then comes a role for the agents. An AI agent is an autonomous software system that uses AI. Okay, the brain for agent is LLM, large language models. These large language models are even, yes, mostly large language models. And thereby using large language models, these agents take actions. In order to take actions, agents need a brain. LLM is their brain, and agents are supposed to refer to the brain time and again, okay, and take the actions as per the responses what it receives from the LLM. Now here you see, agent interact with the LLM the way we interact in ChatGPT. I mean to say in natural language way. So agent passes text to the LLM, and LLM creates a text responses. Agent understands from the response and takes appropriate action. Whenever such agents we are using in Microsoft products or in similar kind of products, okay, we call them as a co-pilot. So co-pilots are internally agents, okay, which are actually taking actions for the specific software. It can be PowerPoint, so there may be co-pilot for PowerPoint. There will be co-pilot for Word. There will be co-pilot for Windows. So whenever softwares are helping you out to do your work, basically co-pilots help you out to do your work. As on today, there are many such platforms where complex agents and co-pilot systems can be designed. Such platforms are called as the frontier platforms. Okay, and these frontier platforms are being used extensively in designing the complete AI system. Complete AI system. So your target will be to work more and more on frontier AI to achieve the skills of uh, developing agents. That will have great scope for you in your future endeavor. Prompt engineering, RAG, and fine tuning. Let me quickly explain you. I'm Anyway, I do not have much time. I just want to check with Anindita, madam, how much time do I have?
So it's okay. You can
You
continue.
continue, sir. 5 to
Okay.
10 minutes you can continue.
Yeah, thank you,
Yes.
thank you. Okay, so few important terminologies: prompt engineering, RAG, fine tuning. Let me briefly explain you. Whenever you interact with a chat GPT, you put your question in your language. Okay, it's a natural language, the question you are putting in. Okay, English like or Hindi like. Now this Sarvam LLM that has been designed in India can accept the questions in Indian languages also. Of course, it creates its responses in Indian languages, but accepting the question in Indian language, okay, has been made possible by that LLM, which is not perhaps possible by chat GPT like models. Not to that extent what Sarvam can make possible. So the question what you are putting, that is called as a prompt. There is some engineering also while designing the prompt, while fabricating and while using the words in the prompt. That skill is called as a prompt engineering. Okay, so prompt engineering is the first step you better learn. Okay, which will help you to design the question appropriately so that you will receive appropriate answer from the LLM. The response of your LLM response in ChatGPT heavily depends on the way you design the prompt. So prompt is a very important and very first step, okay, to to ensure worthy responses from your LLM. Then comes RAG, retrieval augmented generation. Sometimes your LLM needs references, additional references. Whenever you whenever you go to your teacher, okay, and you ask some question, teacher knows many things, but sometimes your teacher also may have to refer to some additional references. Okay, so here LLM also needs some additional references, so that is called as a RAG. Okay, so some additional references are to be submitted to the LLM. LLM refers to those additional references to create the response. So that is called as a RAG. In RAG, we are simply submitting additional knowledge to the LLM. We are not, thereby LLM does not come to know use of specific terminologies, specific words, specific way of fabricating the statements. LLM does not come to know about it. Okay, so RAG has a limitation, and to overcome this limitation, you need to optimize the model through the fine tuning. In fine tuning, what you do is you retrain the model on the new data, new knowledge base. We call it the knowledge base. We retrain the model on the new knowledge base, and thereafter, you will see the responses of your LLM are further precise. They are more precise. They are more aligned with the culture of your organization. They are more aligned with the draft what you are expecting from it. Okay, so that is a fine tuning. This is again the process of optimizing the responses from the LLM. Okay, how precise responses your LLM is giving. Okay, so that is called as a fine tuning. More will be covered on these topics in later sessions. Okay, in the industry now, I already told you that it's a very costly hardware on which your LLM works. This costly hardware your organization cannot afford on premise. I mean to say, in the premises of the organization, having this hardware is very costly business. So what is the cost effective business for this is to use the services from the cloud providers. There are three major cloud providers as on today: Azure, AWS, Amazon Web Services, and GCP, Google Cloud Provider, GCP. All these three cloud providers are actually in competition in providing better and better and more comprehensive services. Okay, so it's very difficult to compare them. Okay, although that is not the scope of this discussion, so I will not compare them. I simply bring to your notice that on Azure, you will see there is a AI Foundry, Azure AI Foundry portal available, which helps you to develop the models, which helps you to develop the AI enabled applications, which helps you to develop agents also. Okay, there are lot many models available in its catalog. Okay, fine-tuned models are available. You can deploy the models over there. You can, they say that the AI Foundry has a playground also where you can test your model. So, lot many things are at one place. So, end-to-end development of AI you can make possible in Azure AI Foundry. Similar kind of solution you have on AWS. On AWS, you will see Amazon Bedrock like service or Amazon SageMaker AI like service. Those services also offer you end-to-end development. Okay, Amazon Bedrock Agent Core like service is available where you can do development of agents also. So here we have multiple services on AWS. We have multiple services for doing similar things, but AWS is not behind. It is not behind in offering you a platform for the development. It also offers you platform for the development at par. On GCP, you have Vertex AI like solution where you can do end-to-end development. Okay, so different say clouds offer you different services. Okay, where you can do end-to-end development. Beyond this, we have something called as a Hugging Face platform. This is actually a platform which pioneered this development platforms, Hugging Face. There also you can do end-to-end development. So as on today, many such platforms are available, but these four platforms, what I listed just now, those are prominent platforms industry is using as on today. Now, these platforms, whatever platforms I mentioned till to the date, okay, these platforms do not demand you a programming skill. You should not be, say, you should not be learning Python or Java for doing the development on these platforms because these platforms are UI based, user interface based, graphic user interface based. Okay, drag and drop like arrangements are there. So as on today in the industry, there is a buzzword. No code or what is it, codeless or less code. Codeless means making development without code. Less code means making development by writing little code. Okay, for that purpose, you do not have to have very proficient, have much proficiency in the development. Okay, so those four platforms, what I listed here, those everybody can design artificial intelligence on these four types of platforms. Okay, but these platforms do have some limitations. Whenever you want to do critical development, there these platforms may not be sufficient. Your codeless or less code approach may not be sufficient. Whenever you want to do critical customization, means your organization want to do something different than other organizations, that is called as a customization. Okay, there then you have to go with AI development SDKs, and here you will see a couple of SDKs available. OpenAI has its own SDK, which I did not list here, but otherwise OpenAI also has its own SDK. There is something called as a LangChain and a LangGraph. They also can be used. Now, for these, you have to have a thorough knowledge and practice of doing a development in some language. It can be Python, or it can be .NET, or it can even be Java. So LangChain, LangGraph, they provide a library. Okay, Python library maybe. You may call different functions over there, and you may get job done. You may deploy the model. You may create different agents. You may chain those agents so that they will shake hands with each other and they will collaboratively create your answer for you, or collaboratively will take some actions for you, but through the code only. So LangChain, LangGraph, there is something called as the semantic kernel also. Semantic kernel has been introduced. It is open source. Okay, means you can use a free without paying any license fees. Okay, but semantic kernel is also there. Microsoft AutoGen is also there. Okay, so many such solutions are available there, but for these solutions, okay, you must have a thorough knowledge of the language. But uh, still, people make themselves skillful in these solutions for the reason that you know high-end development can be made possible. Critical development, these skills are necessary. Industry, almost every part of the technology and almost every part of the industry as on today is using AI. So manufacturing is using AI, travel can be used, can use AI, automotives can use AI. So every industry is using AI as on today. No industry left, okay, without use of the AI. Depends on the organization, the level of the adoption of the AI. But as on today, every use case, everything can be automated. Every process of the industry can be automated using AI. In human resource industry, AI for onboarding. Whenever you join organization, all processes will be completed by AI. Okay, learning and development, it will plan training for you. We call it the learning and development. Which kind of courses should be arranged for you, how to make a learning material for you, how to design a learning material for you. AI can take that care. Performance management, it will evaluate your performance, how fast you are learning, how fast you can be made ready for the billable resource. Billable resource means how quickly you can go on the floor and start working on the different projects. Employee engagement, recruitment, okay, payroll, and different types of administration. Everywhere, in human resource, AI can be used. In finances, fraud detection and prevention, cyber security, AI is extremely effective in cyber security if it is used properly. Extremely effective. Customer service chatbots, loan eligibility, financial planning. See, many use cases we can think of, designing with AI in the finance industry also. Healthcare. Now, healthcare is getting a momentum, is gaining a momentum by adopting uh, AI very effectively. Okay, so your X-ray, uh, from your X-ray, it will grasp where is the problem in your X-ray, and accordingly, it will create a profile for you from X-ray, from MRI, from opinions of different medical experts. It will create a profile for you. Okay, it will prescribe you medicines. Although we need a doctor to verify its prescription, but otherwise, for doctor, it will create a profile also. So it's again a boon in healthcare. It's a boon in healthcare. Manufacturing, automating everything in the manufacturing definitely will reduce the human errors. Okay, and will speed up the process, expedite the process. So in manufacturing also, AI is being adopted as on today. Manufacturing industry is little bit behind in adopting AI, but soon. Uh, I remember in one of the podcasts, some of you might have heard about it. It was between Nikhil Kamath and Elon Musk. I hope everybody has heard the name of Elon Musk. Okay, in that podcast, Elon Musk made a point that prices of every manufactured item will go so much down that every manufactured item will be affordable to everybody. Nothing will be costly after 3-4 years. That is his prediction. Because once the system is established, everything system will automate. okay, without human intervention. Okay, and that's why manufacturing will increase. As of now, cost of every item is more because of, some human hours are being spent there, and human hour is more costliest thing as on today. Okay, and that's why items are costly today. Okay, but in case if AI start automating and processing all the things, cost of manufacturing will drastically go down. Automobile industry, as on today, Tesla car is there in market, which drives itself in autopilot mode, and automatically it drives. So supply chain say optimization, route optimization, many use cases are there in the industry, okay, where AI can be very effectively used. And that's all from my side. Okay, many such topics which I might have covered briefly will be covered in further details in upcoming sessions. Okay, now here I think it's a time for me to invite questions from you. Okay, and otherwise then I am good to conclude this session. Questions, if any, please.
Participants, do you have any questions?
Participants, you can open the chat panel and write your questions. I think Sangharsh sir have a question. Yes, Sangharsh sir. Kindly write your question.
Or can you unmute him and he can ask directly?
How to make a career in GRC? Please elaborate about GRC.
Yes. He is just writing. Governance, risk, and compliance.
Okay, governance, risk, and compliance. Now, see, uh, every country, every region, every organization does have compliances. Compliances basically are the rules through which it governs your working, it governs the technology. Okay, so what you have to do is to, on the web, lots of material are available on compliances. Okay, there are credit card compliances, there are health compliances, there are different security compliances. Indian government also does have its own compliances. So on many platforms, such compliance documents are available. Okay, so you can study those compliance documents. Okay, and thereby, uh, whenever you are designing an application at a final stage, okay, initially, whenever our application is being architected, at that time, the architect of the application has to refer to these compliances to ensure that architecture is aligned with the compliances. But once you complete the development, then there are some softwares which will evaluate your application to bring out the level of the compliance your application is meeting. Whether your application is meeting 60% compliances or 80% compliances. In case if the compliance threshold is not being crossed, then you may have to do the correction. What if we restart the model during training? Just a minute, huh? Let me complete this answer. So, lots of compliances are available, lots of tools are available, okay, where you simply have to upload the compliances, and those tools take the care of the compliances to evaluate the level of the compliances adoption your application is providing. Okay, so in order to learn these things, you will have to refer to the different documents. You will have to learn many tools, which will help you out, okay, in verifying the compliances. That way you can do. Okay, in Azure also there are special services available. Azure and AWS, there are special services available, which help you out in creating the score of compliance adoptions. Now, the next question what I received is about what happens in the model when the model is trained. Okay, very interesting question. See what happens.
Sir, can you please go to that slide? To that AI cycle.
Yes, just
AI cycle slide, yeah. Yes, sir.
Here, whenever you are training the model, now welcome. Whenever you are training the model, what model does basically is, model does not remember data. Model extract the pattern of the data. It extract the pattern of the data. From the data, it thinks whether this data, if it plot the points in 3D, three-dimensional view, whether it creates a line, or whether it creates a parabola, or whether it creates a hyperbola. So from the data, it understands what kind of mathematical equation, should it be of line, should it be of parabola, should it be of sinusoid wave, what kind of equation it can create, and accordingly it creates that equation. So it does not remember data, but from the data, it extracts the pattern, and from the pattern, it decides what kind of equation it can create. And once it creates the equation, for there is something called as a linear regression algorithm, which creates a line equation. There is something called as a logistic regression, which creates a sinusoidal wave or logarithmic mathematical equation. So it creates the equation, and using that equation, then it does a prediction. So in the training phase, basically, it has to extract the pattern of the data that you are submitting to decide which mathematical equation fits best to the data. And once it decides what mathematical equation fits, then that mathematical equation it can use for doing the prediction. So process of training basically is to submit the data to it, to help it out, to extract the pattern from the data, to decide which type of equation to create. That is the process of the training. I hope, Miss, I might have used, some critical jargons, okay, but this is something I can explain in available short time. So
Thank you, sir.
somebody who has already worked on it maybe quickly understand what exactly I mean. But it's a process of creating the mathematical equation from the data that you are submitting. That's all. That is the process of training.
Any more questions? Then Chairperson, Dr. Akanksha, can you take over?
Thanks for offering me this platform. Thanks everybody for joining this session. I hope you understood the session. You liked the session. Thanks this AACST platform for giving me this opportunity and interacting with all of you.
Yes, sir.
Over
Thank
to
you, sir.
Akanksha.
Now it is time for Chairperson to put her remarks. So over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Giving valuable insights from theory to practical implementation. Now, I would like to, so we come to an end of this session. Artificial intelligence from academic foundation to industry development, we have witnessed a compelling narrative of how theory transforms into practices. So it's evident that artificial intelligence is not merely a technological trend, it is an evolving ecosystem driven by research, innovation, and responsible implementation. On behalf of organizing committee, I extend heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished speaker for sharing his valuable insights, to all participants for your engagement and thoughtful presence. Let us carry forward these ideas and discuss today into research laboratories, classrooms, startups, and enterprise solutions. Thank you once again. We look forward to the next enriching session. Thank you so much. Thank you, Abha ma'am. Thank you, Anandita ma'am, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chairperson. Now, I think Dr. Mitali, please come forward and over to you for vote of thanks. Mitali.
Really
you,
come
ma'am.
forward.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Yes. Respected dignitaries, our mentor Dr. Abha Khandelwal ma'am, esteemed resource person Mr. Chandrasekhar Deshpande sir, chairperson Dr. Akanksha Budholia ma'am, Shelja Murthy ma'am, members of the organizing committee Dr. Kishore Dhole sir, Dr. Harshila Pethe ma'am, Dr. Snehal Nirale, Ms. Ananta Ranjan, and dear participants. As we arrive at the close of session 1, it is my proud privilege to purpose the vote of thanks on behalf of the organizers. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Chandrasekhar Deshpande sir for an exceptionally enlightening and engaging session. With remarkable clarity and depth, he unraveled and foundational concepts of artificial intelligence, its evolution, types, components, and the critical dimension of responsible and ethical usage. His ability to connect theory with practical relevance has not only strengthened our conceptual understanding but has also set a powerful tone for the sessions that lie ahead. Today's foundations has truly prepared us to bid higher and think deeper. Our sincere thanks goes to Chairperson Dr. Akanksha Budholia ma'am for her gracious presence, valuable guidance, and for smoothly steering the proceedings. Her support and leadership have greatly contributed to the success of this session. We also express our deep gratitude to Dr. Abha Khandelwal ma'am, founder and mentor, whose constant guidance, inspiration, and unwavering belief in empowering educators through emerging technologies continue to be the driving force behind this initiative. Her vision to bridge academia and contemporary technological advancements gives this workshop its true purpose and direction. Our sincere appreciation goes to the convener, Ms. Anandita Kundu ma'am, whose meticulous planning, seamless coordination, and untiring commitment ensured that flawless execution of this session. Her leadership reflects both dedication and vision. A special word of thanks to all organizing committee members for their silent yet significant efforts behind the scenes. And to our enthusiastic participant, your courtesy, curiosity, engagement, and thoughtful interaction have made this session vibrant and meaningful. Thank you. Over to our host, Anandita ma'am.
Thank you. Participants, I am sharing the feedback of session 1. Kindly fill it. As we conclude session 1 on artificial intelligence from academic foundation to industry deployment, we have developed a strong conceptual understanding of what intelligence and artificial intelligence truly means. The major types and categories of AI, the core components of AI system, and the importance of a responsible AI mindset. These fundamentals form the backbone of our entire workshop. Tomorrow, in session 2, machine learning and deep learning, core learning concepts, we will build upon these ideas by learning how machines learn from data, exploring supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning, and understanding the basics of deep learning through the neural network. In simple terms, session 1 answered what AI is and what is made of. Session 2 will explain how AI learns and how it improves. We look forward to our active participation in session 2 also. With this, we formally conclude session 1. Thank you. Thank you, participants. Thank you, organizers. And thank you, our resource persons. Thank you, Abha ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Akansha
Thank you,
ma'am.
madam.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you
Thanks
so
a
much.
lot. Thanks, Akanksha.
Madam, many
Participants,
congratulations
It
to all
was
of you
an excellent session.
starting this very innovative session today itself. Once again, congratulations to all of you, ma'am.
To you too. You are also a part
Yeah,
of
thank you, ma'am.
organizing
Thank you.
committee.
Thank you, Kishore sir. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
ma'am.
Yeah. So we can leave. Participants will give
Yes.
feedback and then they will.
Participants, please fill the form and then you can leave the session.
Yes. And thank you, Deshpande sir. Thanks a lot. It was an excellent session. Excellent.
Thank you, sir.
I'm dropping myself.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Let's drop.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks, Dhole, sir.